Hello there, and welcome back to Bordeaux, where we played about a month since last episode. We'll catch up on this one, and then we'll get into the round of 16 of the Champions League against RB Leipzig. So, starting off with a 3-0 loss to St Etienne, not the best result in the world. And then, a couple of days later, just beat them on penalties. Boucher got the goal and then ended up beating them on penalties. Perfect to get us off to a pretty good month. 3-1 win over RC Lens, Van Persie, Boucher and Bricu getting the goals in that one. 2-0 win over Juventus in our Champions League knockout playoff round. First leg, Boucher and Lorenzo getting goals in that one. Midweek against Lorient, where we did everything but score. Got a 0 draw in that one. Over to the second leg in the Allianz Arena, Boucher and Bargy gave us a 4-0 win on aggregate over Juventus. Over to Paris FC, Rudier getting 2 and Bricu getting 1 in that one. And a 2-0 win against AS Monaco. Campari and Bricu getting the goals in that one. So let's go over to match day. Wadji is fitting off the bench, back in full training in 5 days. But this is the lineup for the first leg against RB Leipzig at home today. Ramos starts in goal. Shegu and Somina, Bayan Varela, Bricu, Campari, Bargy, Boucher, Rudier and Van Persie. Just a bit of transfer news since that last episode. Diego Leguizamon has gone to Al Fatih for 6.25 million. Diego Suarez has gone over to Middlesbrough for its second loan of the season. Hecham Ferhat was a youngster, gone over to Benfica for 5.75 million. Wasn't really ever going to make our team. Kentaro Taniguchi was our goalkeeper. We have 2 first-choice goalkeepers, and he wasn't that keen on being a bench warmer, so he's on loan to Sheffield United. He had transfer listed because he kicked about fast. If I'm honest, I'm going to stick with our youth prospect over a keeper we're going to bring in. And then Valentin Barco had a £15.5 million transfer to Benfica with a £1 million profit. I kind of want to rebuild the squad for next season, even though this is the last season of it on YouTube. But anyway, let's get into that Champions League game. So then, Bitshabu, Adrago, Bakayoko, couple of good defenders, not sure I recognise too many of the others. So then, kicking off our Champions League round of 16 tie against RB Leipzig. Going to play both legs in this one. We do have Nice midweek, but I'm pretty sure you guys are more interested over the Champions League than the league stage at the moment. Alright, 16 minutes into this one. Figueiredo up to Castro. Running through our team, cuts back, but Vreda gets a foot in. Pass from Bricu, and then that Bricu gives the ball back. A little bit of careless possession from both teams. Castro running through our team again. Castro shot from distance, aiming for the top corner, but Ramos holds that one. Got a good position on that shot, but not exactly the pace. And Ramos just to pluck that one out of the air. Corner from Leipzig. Bakayoko over to take it. Bakayoko left foot to the end, knocks it in the box. Rudier on the counter. Got Bargy up for company. Out left to Boucher. Boucher on his right foot. Not really the strike. Tried to use the outside of his foot, but ended up just being straight the keeper. And Somino into Campari. Campari over the top towards Bargy. Going to be very quick to get that one. Astralaga to Bishabu. To Zague. Zague down the right. They seem to be a very quick team. Bakayoko Varela absolutely brings him down. I've seen red cards given for that, so. And red card is given for that. I think. I don't exactly have a left back on the bench. I think Boucher down to there. Can Lorenzo kind of play left back? Not really, but it's going to have to work. Maybe that red card might give us a bit of a difficult route into the next leg. Alright, Lorenzo down the left hand side is very attacking, so not the worst. Has to turn back from a challenge from Bakayoko. Finds Campore, down to Van Persie, Briku, up to Bargi. Running behind is ignored. Briku finds Rudier, to Bargi. Good football. Knocked ball, only finds Van Persie. Roja tried to find Astralaga, but only found Van Persie, who gives us an unlikely lead. 29 minutes in, even though we are down to 10 men, we are 1-0 up. Right then, into the second half. Bakayoko with an early corner. In left foot swinging in, Campore away, only to Adolto edge of the box. Shot over the bar. Not a bad finish, but just over the bar. Lorenzo with a throw-in, and Bio to Anselmino. Brings it forward up to Lorenzo. Seemed like he wasn't really awake for that one. Castro's gone 2 foot slided in. Surely that's going to be another red card. And it is 10v10. Lorenzo, not Lorenzo. Can't even remember who our left back's name is. Anyway, it's 10v10. Jegu up to Briku. Maybe this one isn't too bad of a result in the end. Van Persie finds Campore, back to Lorenzo. A little bit of a strange decision. Lorenzo, Campore, back to Campore. Finds Jegu. Jegu taking on his man. Chance to shoot. Goes for the near post, but doesn't quite have his accuracy on. Jegu with a throw-in. Campore. Bakayoko long ball away, but Bio knocks it down. Finds Jegu again. Briku on the right-hand side. Not really a winger, but cuts inside. 1-2 with Jegu. Jegu on his left foot. Bit of a deflection into the top corner. Jegu will get the goal on his weaker foot. It is 2-0. Free kick just inside the centre circle. Adolto will take it. Header down to Diamonde. Good save by Ramos, but looks like he was offside anyway. So then first leg over 2-0. 10 men for both teams, Varela and Castro getting the centre half, Van Persie and Jiggy getting the goals. Let's get into that second leg. So then in the midweek, Nice, who were 8th, and us in the second, 2-1 defeat. Boucher got the goal. Also bad news for us, Anselmino has picked up a moderate near ligament sprain, isn't expected to return in 4 to 7 weeks. Into the second leg against RB Leipzig. Team news is a little bit walking wounded with suspensions and injuries, making our back four very, well, suspects. Ramos starts in goal. Jigu right back with Campari and Bio in at centre back. Tony fills in at left back. Briku and Merveld in midfield. Shamir on the right. Boucher in behind. Rudy on the left. And Wergy starts his first game in 3 months up front. Shiggy on the ball from right back, 10 minutes in, and a long ball up to the right hand side to find Jamir. Jamir passed his man into the box. Jamir shot, good save with Astralaga. Didn't hit anyone. It's just perfect for Leipzig to get the counter attack. Rota down to Adalto. The Caber. Back to Bishabu. Bishabu is definitely a very good defender. I had him at West Ham. Was wanted by a couple of the big teams, so kind of surprised he is still at Leipzig. Rota gave us that early goal from Van Persie in that last leg. Bishabu is definitely a ball-playing centre-back. Over to Rota. To Danfer. To Rota. For a team that's 2-0 down, RB Leipzig are very happy to just pass it around the back. Bishabu to Zagwe. To Bakayoko. Up to Odrago. Down to Bakayoko again. Taking on the Tony, probably not the best player to have at left back, but Cardozo's got a tap in, 11 minutes in. Maybe the Leipzig possession football tiki-taka might be a little bit of a thorn on our side. 2-1. Then just for half time, Leipzig with the ball gives away straight to Briku, Jamir on the counter attack. Not really seen many highlights in this one, besides that goal. Boucher down the right, trying to create something. The cable is already on a yellow, has to be careful. Boucher finds Briku, down to Boucher, into the back of the net. Boucher, definitely one of those players who's definitely been asking for more first-team football the last couple of years. Starting in the Champions League, 4 goals in 5 games. And he gives us the equaliser on the night, and gives us a 3-1 lead over the 2 legs. Long ball up to Rota. down the left. Leipzig have a lot to do. Bakayoko into the box to Tony. One good thing about having him left back is he is very good in the air. Over to Adolto from midfield. Cross ball over to Rota on the left. On to Danfer. We are pretty good out of possession usually, so Leipzig have got to be a very patient and possessive team. Whitekopf in behind, and very good finish from him. Leipzig are 2-1 up on aggregate, 3-2. It seems like their football, when they really slow it down, they just have a little bit of technical quality to break us down. We do still have the advantage over both legs though. Drago and Bio clears that one away. Bishabu, plenty of time to bring that one down and find Lucabra on the left centre back for his partnership. To Drago, crossfield ball to Danfer. Chigu's got a lot of things to do. Danfer inside, back post to Bakayoko, and RB Leipzig have their third. After a 2-0 win over at home, the advantage we did have is now gone, barring a VAR check, and the referee has given it. 3-3. Rota with the ball again. 15 minutes left for Leipzig to get their winner, or someone to get their winner to get it in. Rudier definitely the man of the moment to get someone like that. Skips past one. Out to Meerveld into the box. Meerveld goes past two. Tries to find the bottom corner. Just screws it wide though. 7 on the clock. Back post. Cross. Ramos. Pretty easy on that one. Not had the best game if I'm honest. And Bio down to Tony. Not sure. Play around in the back in the last 16 of the Champions League. Second leg's the smartest thing to do. Jameer cross the ball to Rudier. Rudier brings it down. Rudier into the back of the net. Rudier only his second goal in the Champions League this season. Puts RB Leipzig 3-2 up in the night, but gives Bordeaux a 4-3 lead on aggregate. Whitekopf with the deep free kick. Can RB Leipzig get one back? Deep free kick. Brings a good save out of Ramos. And RB Leipzig have a corner. They were then full time in this one. We do lose 3-2 on the night to RB Leipzig. But because of our 2-0 home win, our defence keeps us fine. And we go into the quarterfinals of the Champions League. There's the end of today's episode. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys next time.